Hello, I'm Daniel Eade and welcome to Hoop Scoop on Gaze TV. Tonight it's the South Dragons hosting the Perth Wildcats. Last Wednesday night the South Dragons opened the round going up to Townsville and dropping the game by 10 points to the Crocs. The Perth Wildcats came out with razor-sharp claws to open the game, Alex Loughton and Sean Redditch doing the damage early before Darnell Hinson landed a long bomb to make it 9-zip. Finally, Mark Worthington got the Dragons on the board, only for Redditch to connect from deep as Perth responded. To cut into the lead, the Dragons went to the outside. First, Tremel Darden dropped the triple, and then Joe Ingles found the bottom of the net as the home team remained in touch. The Dragons made a change, and with some instant offense off the bench, Dante Smith scored a pair of baskets. It was then Adam Gibson who stepped up to the plate with a floating rainbow and a three-point play to tie the game up at 19 apiece. A flash of brilliance from Smith as he manoeuvred his way into the lane for the easy juice again locked the scores up moments later, killing Reece Carter on the crossover. Hinson got himself to the rack as the scores mirrored one another before Darden launched a trifecta to close the first quarter. South ahead 28-25. The Wildcats levelled the scores up quickly in the second quarter. Ben Knight with the blocked shot that led the play the other way, and Adam Capehorn draining the three. It was then the beginning of the Isaiah Victor show, starring Isaiah Victor as himself. After a three-point play, Victor worked some magic in the post, as ever so slowly the Wildcats started to pull away. He then scooped the ball up high off the glass and into the hoop, before slamming home the exclamation point with a big follow-up dunk as the lead hit 10 points. A late basket before the half, Gibson kept the Dragons breathing, but down to the Wildcats, 54-46 at the intermission. Ben Knight made the lead 11 early in the third period, before Worthington went up and above to cram home the alley-oop, and then busted his butt to run the lane and float in for another 2 points. Getting creative in the post, Loughton got what he wanted with a baby J, and when Knight got into the lane and dropped in another 2 points, the Wildcats were up 13. Slashing his way to the basket, Ingles would keep the Dragons in touch before Victor would go up and under, traversing two more as the Wildcats remained out in front. Loughton used the glass to score again as the Wildcats ran into the final quarter with all the momentum and a 72-59 lead. The lead became 15 when Victor scored in the middle, but Darden replied with his own basket for the Dragons before Hinson jacked a long jumper from the planet formerly known as Pluto to make the lead 16. But the Dragons were still puffing away, Darden getting acrobatic on his way to the rim, and then Worthington flushing home the break with a dunk. When Nathan Herbert splashed home the Tre Punte, the lead had dwindled down to 8 points. The Wildcats answered with a triple from Peter Crawford, and Victor continued to deposit points into his bank account with another 2. Redditch dropped in 2 more for the visitors, and then the rough night at the office for the Dragons was summed up when Ingles flew to the rack and blew the dunk. Isaiah Victor closing the game out with a dagger from deep. Perth coming into town and getting the W, 99-90.
Very disappointing, that one, Brian.
Yeah, it was. It was really disappointing. You know, we're definitely in a little bit of a slump. We played poorly against Townsville and came back tonight and had another bad one. So, the cornerstones that we've been doing pretty well, rebounding and playing defense, is gone missing, and we've been penalized for it.
Yeah, like George said, just energy on defense. That's been what we've done and got wins all year. And then tonight it was flat from the start until probably the last 5 minutes when we were desperate. So I think just energy, guys coming off the bench as well, starters and those guys just didn't have it tonight.
Well, Connor, that was a big one for you.
Yeah, arguably our biggest win of the year, coming out of a very important time in these last 10 game stretch that we've really got to make a push to solidify a playoff spot. So I was very pleased.
Isaiah, you are confident this team's going to be a top 4 team at the end of the season?
I don't know. We just focusing on every single game. Really, we focusing on every single possession. We
rededicated ourselves in practice, and we just been smashing each other. We're just gonna go out and play hard-nosed basketball and just see where it takes us.